welcome back to another video. If you're an international nurse or you're a registered nurse, you're already did your process and you landed already, or you're back home and trying to determine if you want to become an international nurse, this video is for you. In today's video, we're going to talk about news that was circulating online. I know I kind of late to the party. I think this happened in August 7th, 2023, but it was published in October, where a nurse that was in the United States who committed suicide, and she left a letter on her laptop which her parents found, and they published it online. Now, the nurse that died, her name was Tristan Smith, and she died of August 7th, 2023, and she did this by committing suicide. So in the note that she left, I'm going to leave it up here. It was titled "A Letter to My Abuser." She was just 28 years old, and I think she may have started not too young, not too long in nursing. And she was talking about the different issues or atrocities that she experienced of working as a nurse. And basically, the letter was basically penned to her abuser, and she termed her abuser of working in the healthcare system as her abuser. Now, I'm not going to speak to everything that took place in it because I have to watch how I speak over here and I have to look at my job too. But I'm going to share the link online where you can actually read the actual letter of everything that was laid out of, the things that she was experiencing in nursing and what she went through of why she committed suicide, and she left that note on her laptop. So her parents decided to share that note so others can be aware. Now, something that I learned from this and can take from this is that, work can be overbearing and it does get overwhelming. A lot of nurses were online talking about it, and, they were sharing the same sentiments of what the nurse left in the note of the different things that they experienced. And I remember another content creator was saying that, some of the nurses now that are entering nursing are not able to manage nursing due to the pressures of nursing. And I did somewhat differ with that comment, but then I look back and realize that it is true, because I believe that nursing has somewhat changed, especially with the pandemic and especially with COVID. It's a different type of nursing. And I always tell people that the nursing that Mary C. Cole and Florence, or two founding mothers, talked about, it's totally different. If Mary C. Cole and Florence Nightingale should walk in a hospital system right now, anywhere, they'd be flabbergasted, because it's different. Conditions have changed, patients have changed, everything has changed with regards to healthcare. So it's different, and it takes a toll on you, and it takes a while, and you have to adjust with it. And how can we interpret this? And for many people say, why did you take her life? Why would you do something like that? A lot of us, many of us, are not able to handle pressure and does not know how to deal with it. And one of the greatest thing I can take out from this is that I'm sad that she lost her life and she committed something like this and did not use proper mediums. I don't know if she did or not. Did not use proper mediums to seek help and to get treated for whatever she was going through. But it's always important to know when something is no longer for you. It is okay to invest in something such as your education and realize that this is no longer for me. This is not what I like. It's not working out. And it is okay to say that I want something new and I need to make a progress towards doing that. We're in a different era right now in terms of, many of us now are millennials, you have the Gen Z and all of that. And many of us are not staying in jobs for 30 odd years. Back home, being a Jamaican, I remember when they normally have Heroes Day, and I love to see when different persons walk across in the professions and they'll be like, so for instance, they say, Caroline Henry, 35 years of nursing. And I always tell myself, that probably won't be me. Because you can change from a profession, you can move into something else if it no longer suits you. And you don't have to stay there because you have to stay there because you're either pleasing somebody or because of job security. And I think the biggest thing on this is the ability just to take risk. Many of us, we endure anxieties and depressions. And I think Julie Mango spoke of something like this, like, when children are growing up and they say they want to become something in life and the parents don't agree with it and they send you into a profession because they feel that's what you should do, depression and anxiety can creep up on the child because you're trying to fit in an era that is just not for them. Now, backtrack to nursing with this. I do can tell you how does this apply to us as nurses and especially immigrants, international nurses. I'm here to tell you that the work is hard everywhere. I'm not prettying it up. I know everybody will like, oh, it looks glamorous on social media. Please remember, social media is a glimpse of someone's life, and that's a high moment. We don't share the low moments. Work is hard everywhere. Nursing shortage is everywhere in every country. You have to learn how to adjust. You have to have a mindset and you have to know your purpose and where you are going, and also a trajectory, your path, to know that when the lows in life affect you, you have a plan and a vision of where you are going. And as I said before, it goes back to us knowing when something no longer works for us, knowing when it's time for me to look into another area, and the ability to just to adjust and to shift. And this was something that I was speaking with another one of my friends recently, saying that we have to learn in life how to adjust and to shift. If you look on social media right now, I see a lot of persons, especially with TikTok, a lot of professionals are over there. And I'm happy when I'm seeing them. I'm seeing the doctors, I'm seeing nurses, I'm seeing so many persons in a different light and a different side. And a lot of persons are on there making money too. And then I look on another set of people, they're just going to work. No cool, no problem with that. Going to work, and also they're just watching other people do all of this when you can do it too. If social media can shift and we're now in a technological era, information age, then you can also shift, my idea. And this is what I'm getting from taking just from the story, to shift yourself and to adjust. You're in a new space, find the different areas and the things that you can do to propel yourself and to just adjust yourself. I can use myself as an example to say that I never know I would have been on social media. I never know I would have reached on TikTok, YouTube until I decided, like, hey, this is something that I want to try. And you never know where you can land yourself. I saw a young lady gave an example, and she posted online that she was just on YouTube and then she just developed a passion for YouTube, loved YouTube. She went back to school and had a master's. I think she got a master's in marketing and social media, and now working at a tech company, something totally different from what she invested in. So with this in mind, I know, the death of the nurse, it was very tearful and sad to read about a news like that, and especially to leave the letter on your laptop, and but her information that she gave out is something for us to learn. We may go into different spaces and it may not give us exactly what we want, but it's okay to shift and it's okay to move on from an era if it no longer suits you and if you realize that you're not happy. Now, one thing that I'm going to with this is the impact of burnt out. And that's something that happens across every profession, especially jobs that are very physical demanding. You can experience burnout, and you need to know the signs of when you're getting burnt out. Some signs include when you're tired every day, you're not happy going to your job, you feel that you need something else, and that's when you need to take breaks and you need to find something else that will make you feel inspired. And we have to just be mindful of ourselves and just to make sure that we do things daily. Self-care, very important. And I know being nurses, we sometimes neglect ourselves and put ourselves on the back burner, but self-care, watching for burnout, and just knowing what you want in life and trying to shift and adjust yourself is very important. And I remember somebody shared recently, just some different companies, of how we don't remember them anymore because they didn't know the impact of shifting and adjusting. And I think one company was the company of Blockbuster. And I don't know if anybody remember Blockbuster, but it was some movie cinemas that they had over here. But now everybody's on Netflix because that company did not know how to shift and to go with the time and to adjust. And it's the same thing that I'm trying to just link back to here, that we have to know when it's time to move on from something and when something no longer suits us, and to take that risk of just stepping out. it can be a risk because you may lose something or you may gain in the end, but it takes nothing out of you. So international nurses, nurses everywhere, not to scare, but just be open minded and just to have a mindset and to know where you're going, and to know that when you're leaving from one place to another, it doesn't solve your problems. It may look initially, but for me, I heard somebody made a mention of this, that when you leave your country, you're leaving from the top of a mountain and you're going to the bottom of a next mountain and working your way up. But you have to have a mindset, you have to have a tunnel vision, and just be prepared for the unexpected. Reach out to people who can help you and who will listen to you, and also learn to invest in yourself, shape yourself, and adjust yourself also. And also remember that once you have a purpose and a direction, can't go wrong. If you like what we have just presented so far and you feel that this content has done well with you, you can press the like button, you can share, and also please remember to subscribe.